Hi guys, it's ARTime, and today I wanted to do a very quick Easter bunny rabbit ears art crafts. Okay, so what you'll need today is paper, internationally A4, or if you're in the USA, letter size. You'll need a marker. Actually, I'm going to use a marker, but if you're afraid of making mistakes, you can use a pencil. This is a mechanical pencil, and if you make a mistake, you can erase it and everything. And I just dropped my pencil, but okay. So I'm going to use a marker so it's easier for you guys to see on video. The other thing that you'll need is scissors today, okay? And you can use glue, but because it might take so much time and for the sake of speed, I'm going to use a stapler. You can use glue, stapler, or tape. Okay, so you'll need that for today, and definitely you will need some colors. I've got some crayons here, but you can use colored pencils. You can use markers, whatever you have at home that you have available. You could use it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this paper out of my sketchbook. Okay, and we're going to first fold this in half. This is in portrait. This is landscape. So here, this is the long way, or the hot dog way of folding. This is the short way, or the hamburger way of folding. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half. It's up to you if you want to fold to the line, to these little dotted, well, where I tore it out of the sketchbook. These little holes, you can fold it just to there if you want to, or you could fold it just to the edge of it if you think but it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to fold it halfway, so it doesn't matter. It's just going to go straight up. Okay, fold that halfway, crease it, open it back up. You should have a line here now that you're going to cut. So I'm going to use this to cut the line. Scissors to cut the line. Always be careful when you're using scissors, because we don't want any injury, and this has happened to me before. So now you have two halves. Keep this one because you're going to need it again. Now this one, okay, still in portrait mode, but this time we're going to fold it the hot dog, or the long way. So fold it in half. I'm going to just go straight over my holes. What you have here, you have two rectangles, but this time we're not going to open it up. We're going to leave it closed, and I'm going to use the side that has the holes here so that I can see what I'm doing, what I'm trying to avoid. So now I have my sketchbook. So because what we want to do is we want to draw the bunny ears, the Easter ears on here. Okay, so like I said, if you're afraid of making mistakes, use your pencil, and you don't need to outline it because you're going to cut this out anyway. The reason we fold it is because we need two ears, and by doing it this way, I only have to make one cut to get two ears. So first I'm going to start from the bottom here, and I'm just going to obviously avoid all the holes. I'm going to draw this up to make very long ears, so just kind of go along the side here, and then when I get to the top, I'm going to start to bring the ears in like so. Okay, now I'm going to flip it over so I can do the other side because I'm holding this. So at that point, I'm going to go back and do the same thing, bring the ears out, and then follow along the other side of the paper, the other edge. And then when I get closer towards the bottom, I'm going to bring it in just a little bit like this. Okay, there's my ears. Now, it's your bunny rabbit ear. You can make it as thin, as fat as you can, but obviously you can't make it fatter than paper. Now I'm going to draw the inner loop inside the ear. So I'll follow the same pattern, except I won't go all the way to the top. I might stop it here. You can go further if you want to, and then bring it back down again, just like this. There you go. So that's the inner side of the ears. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this out. I'm not going to unfold the paper because I want to get two ears, so I'm going to leave it like this. Take my scissors and be careful and cut around the outside part of the ear, not the inner side of the ear. So cut around it. Now, after you cut the side there, make sure you hold the paper very tight so that it doesn't fall apart. And then once I've done this, I've got 2 ears. Now, I can do one or two things. I can put this on top of it and try to use the light. You can faintly see the line is there if you were using a marker or pencil, or just draw the inside of the ear again. So I'm just going to turn it upside down a little bit so that they are going the same way. And I'm going to go ahead and draw. So I'm not going to actually use that one. I'm just going to draw the other side of the ear. So I might use this one here to help me gauge what my line's going to be. Okay? So I'll put it down. I'm going to sketch this out real quick. So it's not exactly the same, but that's alright. If you notice, both your ears aren't exactly the same either. So now I've got 2 bunny rabbit ears. So from this stage, I can color it. Now because it's Easter, you can color any way you want. You can color your ears whatever color you want to. Okay, so I'm going to color my inner ears pink, which is a little bit more traditional. You can even decorate your ear if you want to. Okay, so let me do that. Color this in. And I'm using crayons because they tend to allow me to work a little bit faster. Okay, so one ear is colored, or the inside of the ear is colored. Now I could always change the other color on the other inside ear if I wanted to, but we'll leave it pink. I'm going to go for the white Easter ear bunny rabbit ears. But what I could also do is, just to make the white area a little bit more interesting, I can use another color to kind of highlight the accents around it. So instead of pink, I might go with maybe a light blue. I'll go with the light blue, just to kind of trace around, creating something like a shadow. Okay, so for example, just kind of creating a shadow. Maybe it's harder to see on the video. Oh yeah, something like that, just to give it a little bit more color than just the one pink. Something like that. Okay, so these are my 2 bunny rabbit ears, my Easter bunny rabbit ears. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and look at the other paper that I cut out, the other half. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fold this one in half again, the long way, similar to what I did before with the bunny. Okay, like this. And then I'm going to open it up, and then I'm going to cut it. So unlike the bunny. So I'm going to keep this other half to the side, and I'm going to use this half now. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is, this is going to be the basis, the headband for your bunny, and it's also an area where you can decorate. So here you can put your ears, you can attach your ears to it. So I would think that you can, it's up to you. You want to put your ears closer to each other. You want to put them farther away. Now as this is going to go around your head, the farther away means you might see them on the side. The closer they are, the more you might see them in the front. Okay, so you can glue this now. You can glue this down, but I'm going to use a stapler. Okay, so that just to save time. So I'm going to staple it, and what you're going to notice, I'll staple it in here. Now one of the things that because it usually depends on your stapler. It depends on your stapler. It's best to not staple it this way, where you would see it. It's best to staple it the other way. Okay, like so. And then what happens is, this part of the stapler comes to this side. so it doesn't catch your skin or doesn't catch your hair, because this would be the side that might, depending on how old your stapler is, that might catch your hair or your skin. But if you look now, you have a straight line here, so it's less a chance of it catching your skin or your hair. Okay, so I do the same thing. I'm going to give it maybe 4 staples, maybe 5, just to be on the safe side. So if you can see, this is how I've stapled it, just to make sure it's nice and fastened or tight in there. I'll do the same thing with the other side. Okay. I think 4 was probably enough. I just wanted to be on the cautious side. So there are my staples in there. Okay, and it's good to, if you glue, you can do the same thing, but make sure you glue to this side. Otherwise, your ear might flap down to the front a bit. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Now at this point, you've got your bunny rabbit ears. You can decorate this area. You can write Happy Easter on here if you wanted to. Okay, so you can do whatever you want. You can decorate this area. You can make it look better, or if you want to make it, leave it quite simply, just the ears, you can. I might just quickly write Happy Easter in there. So let me use a different color. Maybe use a green color this time. So I'll just write Happy Easter in this middle here. So happy. So happy. I could have probably changed the color. Or I could write each letter in a different color, but just for the sake of time, I'm just going to use green. Happy Easter, okay? Okay, so now we've got this. We're almost done, but we're not going to hold it on our head the whole time. So let's go back to this piece of paper here, the other half of the half. Fold this one in half again, the long way. Now, this is going to be the band that goes around your head. So you open it up and you can cut this. Cut it in half along the crease that you made. And again, if you'd like, time permitting, you can decorate this. Maybe you could put rows of Easter eggs here, different colors and designs. I'm not going to do that now. Okay, so this is important. Make sure that when you put this on, you're going to put this on towards the bottom edge here. Okay, not up like this, because then that means it will hang below your head, like this, or in the middle, right at the bottom here. So it lines up here. The reason for that, it's just like my glasses here. They go from my eyes to my ears. So what you're going to do is, this is the part that's going to sit onto your ears. Okay, so again, you can get a, depending on the size of your head, you can leave a little bit of space here, and you can glue it on. But again, glue might have a harder time to hold it. I'm just going to use my staples again and staple upside down. Maybe I'll put 3 on this one so you can see. 1, 2, 3, and I'll do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, so this is what it looks like completed. Now what you're going to do is you can measure your head and then see where it loops in the back. So my head is about this big, so I'm going to use a stapler one more time, and just to hold it together better, I'm going to put 4 staples here. So you can see how I connected it together. Just like that. Now, of course, like I said before, you can decorate this any way you want. But here you go. There's your Easter egg. If you'd like to, you can cut this edge off a little bit, or you could just leave it. So maybe I'll cut it off just a little bit so you can see the ears. So right about here. Okay, right there, where it goes right next to the ears. I'm just going to cut that off. Okay, so cut this little piece off here, like this. And you can see the difference between that side and this side. So I can go to this side and do the same thing. Cut this off. Right about there. And put it back on. So you see you don't have that side here. And there you have your Easter Bunny ears. So I hope it was easy for you. If you have a problem with following the instructions, of course, just watch the video again and slow it down. So I hope you enjoy this. Happy Easter, everybody. Be safe, and hopefully you'll come back and watch something else. All right. Bye, everybody.